Hi, everybody, and welcome to the official at-home episode of the Trisperina Show.
Yes.
And that's all she's got. You did that last time. No, seriously. Today, we were looking at the clouds when we were walking, and we were like, the silver lining of the light just popping through. And it's just such a reminder that even in the middle of all that we're going through right now, there is a silver lining inside our lives.
Right.
And so we want to unpack that with you today.
Yep. The first thing that we want to unpack is the socks. No. The first thing that we want to unpack is the fakeness of that, or that I want to, right? Okay. Of like, let's just stay positive and feel a lot of pain inside. And there's a lot of turmoil, but instead I'm going to put on a fake smile and pretend that everything is okay. And that's not good. That's not good for us.
Some of us are definitely not doing that.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot to process. And even though that there is always that yin-yang, there always is the positive and negative, it isn't a, you don't have to put it on. It already is, right? It's part of it. And it's a matter, it might seem in that moment that you're coping with the heaviness of a situation and you're shifting the mood and you're shifting your feelings into trying to see what could be good out of it. It might feel a little phony for a minute because you're actually shifting your thoughts, but it's the real experience of it. So I just wanted to say from the get-go, we are not in any way saying to pretend that if you're feeling something is heavy, don't just pretend that you're not feeling that. We can walk you through the process, and part of that is a clearing process. And a lot of what we're feeling is a clearing process, and part of what is necessary and needed in order to actually have the vision to see the silver lining.
That was beautiful. Yeah, so right on too, because
I speak the truth.
You speak of the truth. Emotions are how we read our energy, right? They're a feedback mechanism, but they can be in a cleansing process. And so when they're coming up, much like we were talking about the pimple the other day, when the pimple's coming out.
You know how you just sit around the house and talk about the pimple?
The adult pimple experience. We were like, but when that's coming out, that is a cleanse, right? And so not to react and judge, we might want to try to cover it up, but let's allow it to come through. And that's just energy transforming and guiding us if we use it, if we don't like shun away or try to numb or mute it, right? We have to listen to it.
Let's dive into that pimple.
Let's go into that pimple right now.
So like a pimple you could see as a pore that needs to breathe. It got blocked. Yeah. Let's say it's a whitehead, and that means like an oil got in there and blocked the pore. So what happens is the body has to build up some energy. It has to build up some energy so it can like push the oil out, right? And that's why we feel the pressure. We feel the pressure because the body is building that tension, inflammation, so that it can have the power to push out that which is not needed. The piece of dirt, the piece of oil, the irritant. Totally. And a lot of people right now are feeling that pressure. But if we can shift into knowing that what could be birthed out of that pressure, what could be let go of, what could be released, so that everything can flow in a clean way again.
And pressure is part of the process, right? Pressure can often mean you're about to have a breakthrough, right? Not a freak out.
Or a breakout.
Or a breakout. You'd be funny. You have a funny one. Seriously. But the master of one's life is the person who learns to read and navigate these things without reactivity and looks and says, what's the growth lesson here for me? Or what am I going through or growing through, which is so beautiful, to use everything as a mechanism for transformation. Well, we've been having some experiences around that, being in the house. I mean, we're used to working from home, which we're so blessed that we were already doing that way, way long time ago. Like some folks are saying, you should have been doing this a long time earlier, but the time is now. And everybody's like, racing to try to figure out, how do I work from home? How do I have a home business if I've never had one before? And that's something, obviously, that we're super passionate about.
How do I survive in a time like this kind of on my own?
Yeah. Or moving forward, because some people are getting some massive clarity and feedback from being at home more, they're like, I kind of like this. It's not like, oh, I can't wait to get out of the house. I kind of like being at home. People are working on projects. They're cleaning things out, cleaning things up, organizing, getting their flow on, and they're probably recalibrating to the point of like, I'd like to continue this.
Yeah, well, like with my
Right.
morning dance fitness
Right.
classes. So that's just like my full body prayer. I love doing it, and I've been doing it since 1994. And I go somewhere to do it and come home, and it always felt like what I would have said 2, 3 months ago is it's my time to like get away, be with my people, and come back. And that's so true. Sort of like a break from Tristan too, because we're together all day, and I give him his space. But then everything happened, and now I'm doing it right here.
Right here.
Right, right there.
Right here. And he meditates over there. Now he does it with earbuds. Because all he hears is, woo! Yeehaw! Yippee-ki-yay! I mean, the words, they're not even words, they're sounds. They're sounds that come from this human. But they're glee and joy, and I wouldn't want it any other way. I get to see pure, she said, full body prayer. I get to see a prayer enacted. It's really awesome.
And hear it.
And hear it and feel it.
But after, now I'm doing that like 6 mornings a week here, and it's starting to feel really convenient.
Right?
It feels really convenient. I notice, there's less and less, not that it matters, but less makeup every day because I delete the video as soon as I'm done because of music rights, so there's no evidence in how I looked. And
No evidence. You're such the Matahari, isn't she? She's like a Matahari. You could have been.
and I'm not in the car for 30 minutes going there and 12 minutes coming back because
Getting a
of
lot more
traffic.
done too.
And,
Yeah.
and I'm rethinking. I'm rethinking that when all of this is over, do I want to maybe split it 50-50, maybe half in person and half online, and how I could grow the online because a face-to-face class, the room that we have to be comfortable at 20 people, it feels crowded. It feels really crowded when you're moving.
Yeah.
But online, it doesn't feel crowded with 1,000, so it's unlimited
Don't need much
potential.
space.
Rethinking
Just fill that space.
a lot of things. Yeah, you need a 4x4.
I'm curious for you guys. Are you? I know we have a lot of teachers here and coaches. Obviously, you've seen them popping in here, and it's so awesome. And we're honored that you're playing with us today. Are you broadcasting live? Like, what are you guys doing from home? Who's doing lives? If I'm doing live, just say doing lives.
I know Eva is and Bonnie
For
is.
sure, right? Like,
Mhm.
I'm flirting with it. Who's got a Facebook page or Facebook group? Maybe like we're curious about what y'all are doing to keep things growing or to be making money right now during this really delicate time.
Yeah, well,
What's going
what's
on with you?
interesting? Some people have like a job working for someone else that has required them, like a lot of teachers, to go online. So that teacher, even though they're working for someone else, now has this skill. And if I was that teacher, I'd be thinking, my job just allowed me to learn this thing. How else can I utilize it? And we said this a couple weeks ago. I don't think things are ever going to go back to the way they were because people are getting used to the convenience, and we've jumped forward 10 years. Not that we won't do everything face-to-face, but I think the blend of virtual with face-to-face is going to be extreme.
The world was moving in this direction anyway. It's just been
Hi,
expedited.
Donna. Hi, Michelle. Speaking of coaches and teachers.
There's a lot of you here, and we're so grateful that we're attracting this kind of community because you're our peeps. We love hanging out with you guys, and we love the level of service that's happening through the beautiful heart-centered, soul-aligned coaches and healers. You're amazing, and we want to help always. You guys expand, and you help us so much. So the silver lining for me that I'm seeing, because there's multiple, right, is that people are being pushed to grow, right? So, oh my gosh, they're recalibrating, they're rethinking things, and then some people are like, hey, you know what? I've wanted to do this thing for a while. I've wanted to grow this leg of my business. I've wanted to figure out how I could be more at home with my family. For us, it's with the puppies. And so that's a silver lining for me because now is the perfect time. There have never been so many people on Facebook. Well, I don't know if that's true, but
I just,
there are
yeah, that
way.
is. I just read
Is that
that.
100%?
Hmm.
Zoom, we saw the stat the other day. People are using Zoom. It's gone up 67%. I'm
Should
sure
have
it's more
invested
than.
in that on day
Yeah,
one.
should have invested in Zoom. Um, so it's happening, right? The peoples are coming together. We're connecting like this more than we ever have before. And we've got a skill set and we need to be expanding and paying it forward. So we've just jumped into some programs, both of us separately, and we're going to share with you what we've been doing to keep growing.
Yeah. Why don't those of you that are here live right now, um, how what is the silver lining that you've experienced so far out of this unique opportunity? Like, what habit have you developed? What skill set do you feel almost forced to have developed? What has changed in your routine? I know for me, I used to, I'm not going to say waste a lot of time, but I would just go to the store and buy like two or three things every single day because I was already out and about. And now it's such a it's so time consuming that we go like once a week and then we come home and we wash everything, that I've opened up so much more time. And I didn't try to get organized because that's not like my really high on my skill set, organization, um, in that way. But what, like, are you taking more walks? Has your diet changed? Have you learned something? Because just to stream the classes that I do, the dance fitness classes, with all that we know and all that we do, has required a lot of testing. Does this work? Does that work? How is the lighting? How is the sound? And it's forced us to grow. When I say
Big
forced,
time.
invited us to grow. So yeah, what's happened for you guys?
Well, obviously Eva is teaching, right? She's got a couple of Facebook groups that she goes live in.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. We've seen Eva online for years.
Yeah, Eva, I heard that
years.
you really did amazing on that Love Fest virtual event.
Donna says I have to go to my brick and mortar office to do telehealth. Oh, okay.
Which Donna? Oh, that a big. Okay.
Yeah, and so she's doing sessions online with her clients. Very cool. I love that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of telehealth. We really pushed that forward. Everybody's been wanting it for a long time, and then
Yeah.
and there was a pushback, and
Yeah.
now it's the
We
way.
had friends who were helping to do that through robots that would go through the I was going to say hotel through the hospital. I guess some hospitals are like hotels. We've got a lot of feedback here. Kobe's playing in live.
Michelle
Roberta
I've seen.
is participating a lot online, but not in her business. There's an opportunity there for you, perhaps. Melissa, I'm going to create a membership group, eventually, possibly. Now is the time. We're going to try to do our best to inspire you to keep moving that desire forward.
Melissa, is that for like qigong and movement classes? What are you going to do in that group? 'Cause I think you're getting ready to take the certification
A lot of
program
you
here
guys
in a few weeks. We have a lot of our certified instructors here.
Who said that was a Lisa Cherney event, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, coolio.
We
So
were supposed to teach qigong, but there's a family thing.
I love that you guys are flirting with it and growing it, and you've been working the craft for a while. So we are in that boat for sure. And we are always wanting to improve our skill sets for our own business, our personal growth, spiritual growth programs that we provide. But also now that we have our love-based business leg to what we do, we're trying to help other people go online. And it ties in with our mission. And if I'll just share that with you, is to really help more consciousness to expand in this beautiful world we all get to play in. And so to help people to awaken to that vibration of unconditional love and then pay that forward. And so if we can find other people, and it's not hard, who are aligned with service and expansion of health and clarity and consciousness, then if we can serve them, it's so aligned for us, and it's also so fun for us.
Yeah.
This is our jam. Like the lights, camera, action. It's just fun. We're like having a good time, right? So
Can you tell?
can you tell? So we decided to, continue what some call Kaizen, which is constant continual improvement. Can we stay coachable? Well, heck yeah, we're students for life. So we both signed up for two separate programs that had to do with online, I will call them
Virtual learning, live
virtual
events.
learning, like webinars. It was specifically like how to share your message and then offer your program. So Sabrina did one and I did one. And we're actually still in the middle of going through those trainings, but they were like 3 days, and it was all virtual.
Mine was 2.
Yours was 2,
Mm-hmm.
but you had a third day, right? Did she add another one? Nope. Okay. Anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah, some work days.
Yeah, so I don't remember things. We both got so much from being able to be at home and focus. It was like an all-day experience, and there were a bunch of people, and we were like, oh my gosh, so many people are wanting this. This is great feedback for us. Plus, we got to be the students.
Yeah.
So we've been working the craft and developing our skill set, and it's been really awesome. And then we've come up with some cool ideas to serve you guys that we'll share later.
Yeah, these were like virtual online events. I'll tell you about the one that I did. Mine was smaller. It was like 12 people, where we learned a particular process, and it actually had to do with some type of technology. But because it was a small group, through Zoom, we could share our screen, give each other feedback, and it was like being at a private small event, even like what we had at Gina Gavellini's when we all were there around the table, like a small group like that. But you could actually share your screen and share what you were working on and get feedback, and then everybody just be quiet and let's just all sit here and work for an hour. And if anybody has a question, ask. And my biggest takeaway was, in order to have that non-virtual, I would have to fly somewhere. And you can't really share your screen. Like, I could be more close, more intimate, more focused, and save on a lot of costs, still be here to do what I need to do around the house. I'm like, wow, live events don't look, they're not looking as good as this virtual learning, because at the end of mine, I had created something. And I had created something with a good friend and leader that was kind of guiding us all through it. And I had a really intimate connection with the other people doing it.
My event had 235 people in it, all on Zoom.
Little bigger.
Unbelievable. It was something that we'd been putting out to the universe for a while. We wanted to learn how to use ways of reaching people on Facebook that were affordable for us, because the ad costs can get expensive, and it turns out that now is an even more affordable time, because a lot of people stop doing ads because people have their concerns. So there's an opportunity there to do ads and do these really cool little journeys. They're like little paths, little quizzes that guide someone to a free training with you. And we've been doing free training workshops for years now. We do a 5-day one, the energy expansion. We've done a 3-day love-based business boot camp. We've done them usually on Facebook. Doing them in Zoom was cool. So 235 people for 3 days. They did a fantastic job.
It was like 9 to 6, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m.
It was awesome. It was awesome. They rocked it. And the numbers never went below 200 people. Is that amazing? That means that's how invested people were in going through this training.
All over the world. There were people, this one woman I saw, I think she was in Australia. She's like, it's 3 a.m. here, and I'm in a tree house because my family's asleep, and I'm in the house in the back.
It's very exciting.
This is an all-nighter for me.
This means there's going to be more people helping others in the world, because the world doesn't slow down. People still need to be served and supported, and they're finding ways to do it. So I'm just thrilled to see that. I learned so much, and I love learning. Yeah. Now, these were not the $197 products. This was like a $5,000 experience. We started thinking about, why don't we do something like that for our tribe and help them, with a couple of days, doing a deep dive. And so we've kicked the idea around. We came up with something. We'll share that with you in a little bit. But is that something that you guys do? Do you go to online workshops? I know a lot of you are in our schools. We have 2 different schools. We teach Life Force Arts, and then we teach online love-based marketing.
Yeah, most of our students are in online workshops every day. You guys do,
but have you done like 2 days, 3 days? I'm just curious if that's something you would do.
Mm-hmm. What I loved about it is that somehow meeting virtually, if what you're learning has anything at all to do with a graphic or technology or putting pieces of different software together, that might sound like gobbledygook to some of you, but by doing something virtually and being able to show, this is what I have and this is what I need to do, like almost like somebody sitting looking at your computer with you, but you can see like 12 different people. As a teacher, how fun is that rather than speaking? Like if I was teaching a dance class and I can't see all 12 people, I have to kind of guess at the mistakes. But if I'm teaching 12 people and they're right there, I can go point your toe, straighten your knee, shoulders down. That looks good. Drop your chin and get that really detailed and individual attention. So, yeah, we got really excited about it.
It was a lot of fun, and it continues to be a lot of fun. Donna says, yes, that's how I get my continuing education units for her license.
Oh, that's cool.
Awesome, awesome.
Melissa, I'm excited to hear what you're going to do.
Guyan says, yes, I do a ton of online training, webinars, and seminars. Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Well, one of the things that I experienced when I did mine,
love online learning. Cool.
It was pretty technical, what I went through.
Yeah.
And you had to, just to like stay in the class, there was a lot of different pieces, which I think is what kind of got us talking. And you too, yours was like super learning to use. You had to integrate lots of different softwares.
Well, the software that we were using was a little bit, that we're trying to hook up with our business softwares was not playing nice. So we've been working on a workaround. Yeah. We haven't fixed that yet. But, when we're on Facebook, it's easy for us. We've been using the Facebook platform for, well, gosh, I don't know, years now. And we've been doing all this dance of trying to figure out, like, how do you connect with people? Yeah. Like, look at what we're doing right now. We're doing a show, and thanks to our friend Kim Walsh-Phillips, she's like, you guys need a show. Get the show going, the Trispina show. And so we started doing it, and this is like episode number 40 or something like that. And it's just been a lot of fun learning.
I think it's more than that.
You think it's more than that?
Yeah.
It's not many more.
Oh, no?
It's like 39 not long ago. Well, I could be wrong. What do I know?
He could be wrong.
He could be wrong. We go live a lot. It's become a natural phenomenon. So we were sitting over there 2 days ago. We just filmed a complete course that we've been wanting to do for years.
Oh, look, show them that.
It's called Go Live
with Confidence.
And it's being edited right now, and this is the checklist that we created.
Yes, so what we're trying to do right now that we're really excited about, and this isn't like we're not selling you anything yet, is how to find ways that make it super easy for people right now, because what we're hearing is there's all these people who have never been online, and that word itself sounds scary. So let's just say like use the Facebook platform to share their knowledge, skills, and expertise in exchange for money or in exchange for love, right? Since we did start out with stripper names. But a lot of times to do that, there's all these initial setup costs. Like, are you going to use ClickFunnels? Do you need to have a website? Do you need lead pages? Do you need something to collect your emails? Do you need an autoresponder? And it's shutting a lot of people down. So it was one of the silver linings that we experienced was how could we help people that have never been online, that want to be online, or that are online but want to grow an email list, or are thinking, I am going to keep my regular job, but when everything gets back to normal, I'm going to have sort of a side hustle. And what could we do? How could we help them get started right now, almost like while the market's hot? And we did. We had to think completely outside of the box as to how we could help a group of people grow an email list and kind of have like a website and an opt-in page to collect emails, deliver a free gift, and start speaking to people who are interested in what they do without any of those setup costs at all, rent-free and fee-free. And so that's what we're going to do.
I can show you guys what we made. We just made, we went through, so we made one for Sabrina's. Some of you are in the group, the Connection Tribe, and we're actually broadcasting into their live today.
Oh, you shared it? Good.
Yeah, and this is probably happening in our Qigong group. So if you're one of our Qigong instructors or about to, we have an exam coming up, you're getting to hear about what we're talking about. This is an opportunity for all of us to have these beautiful online businesses serve people and be able to generate a healthy, honest income.
Yeah, and that was, I think, a big part of the silver lining that we really saw is using online to find people, even for your face-to-face classes, for your brick and mortar. Like I'm doing, all of the people attending my dance fitness classes are right here in Austin, but I'm supporting them, connecting with them I could be advertising, I could be growing that. So it doesn't really matter if you're just an online business or you're face to face or you're a blend of the two. How can we use this time right now where things are so ripe, fee free, to energize that?
We can do it with the free, rent-free Facebook platform. Look, I'll show you a couple of slides for what we created. So we did this for the Connection Tribe.
You made slides?
Watch the journey of how it works. Sabrina will explain it. We'll kind of probably be off the screen for a moment, but we're coming back. Okay, so here's the first one. And Sabrina, what's that one?
So this is a picture of what it would look like, our banner. So when you go to a Facebook business page, a business page is, everybody sees it, right? It's like you are TJ Maxx, you are DSW, and you have this big sign. And so this is a business page, and I was trying to call out to people, hey, while you're at home, I would like to provide at-home trainings for things with your body. I know a lot of you here have gotten some of my at-home workouts, your being, some of my meditations, and your business, some of my trainings on going live and camera stuff, because I felt like the people who were interested in that are really my kind of people, because that's what I love. I don't want to work with a business owner that isn't also interested in their being and in their body. So I filmed a 7-minute upper body workout without weights, and I said, if you want it, you can have it for free. And that's just a picture of the video. So that's basically the Facebook business page banner that the whole world can see.
So step one. And you mentioned that it's the lead
magnet. Yeah, it's called a lead magnet,
is.
right? So I think almost everybody here knows a lead magnet is something you say, hey, I'll give you this, and you give me your email so I can send you information about what I do and more free trainings.
We actually just showed you one when I held up that little booklet. That was a free gift, the Go Live checklist. That's a lead magnet. So then after they go to the business page, we're on a business page right now. Oh, okay, sorry. I had to make a quick little run to the other room. So this is the next step.
So this is what's really cool. And Tristan, this is very genius. So there's so many things that people don't know, and you don't know how, and there's no way you really would know how, that you can use your Facebook business page for so many things. You can actually sort of create what it totally is like an opt-in page. So that's a thank you page. So when you click my Facebook banner, this page opens up, and it's like, I'm so happy that you want my upper body torso workout. I put it inside of a private group. Not only is that there, but also trainings for your business, your being, your body, lots of good things. Just click the link right below this video and I'll let you in the group, right? So win-win for people. So you tell them, hey, if you're interested in what I have, here's a little freebie. I put it in my group. So they click the little button underneath that video, and it takes them to a group. Now, when they go to the group...
Let me share one little thing, please.
Right.
So, guys, this right here, this whole page... If you know anything about websites and web building, you might think that that's built on like lead pages or ClickFunnels or on a WordPress website.
I doubt anybody's thinking that.
No, they might be. This was created on Facebook. There is a way. I heard you. I was sitting right next to you. But see that video there? That's hosted by Facebook. This big headline here. You can do all these things on Facebook. But again, most people don't know.
That's a video that we actually shot, like almost like a Facebook Live.
So then they
just
can
repurpose.
So are you getting any light bulbs? Like, wait a minute, I don't have to pay for this. I don't have to have a website, and I can do all the things that everyone's telling me about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hold up, what?
But you may be wondering, how am I collecting the email? Now, first of all, why do you want to get people's emails if you're starting and growing a business? Is because email is now like phone calls used to be. It's that kind of personal way, that one-to-one, so that you can send an email to someone and say, hey, I'm really glad you wanted my upper body workout without weights. Are you working out regularly? Are you new to working out? You can start that dialogue with them. And what we're showing you is really perfect, like to get your first 300 to 500. This is like a friendly Facebook funnel, your first 300 to 500 emails on your list.
Well, here's the next step. Check this out. So then after they click that link, they get taken to see this lovely lady over here. And actually they join, there's a little blue button usually right here. and you click that to join. And so Sabrina will tell you the ninja that happens after they click that.
Right. So you send them to your group, and you say join the group. Yes, this is so awesome, Michelle. I love that you're seeing this. Yeah, Melissa, this would be perfect for you too. So when they click join, there's like a poll. Now there's nothing better than polls or surveys to get to know your people.
That's right.
When you have a Facebook group, if you don't know, remember I said your Facebook business page is like DSW, TJ Maxx, everybody come in. Your Facebook group is more like, it's more elite. You maybe have to have, it's more like Costco. You have to have a membership card. You have to be allowed in. And what I really like about that is that you can sort of monitor if there's a meanie or somebody that you don't want in there, you don't let them in. And I feel really comfortable sharing my heart, and there's less people. I don't even have to think the whole world's going to see me do this. No, just those few people in your group while you're growing. So when they click join the group, you get to ask these 3 questions. And the first question that you ask is, what email address do you want me to send you the exact location of the 7-minute upper body workout without weights, plus some additional trainings? So when you have a Facebook group, each and every post that you make, whether it's a video, an audio, or just something that you write, and we teach all this, there's an exact link for it. Like every link has an address. So I could actually send you an exact link that you could click on it, and you would get that workout.
It helps
or an exact
people
link
so
that you could do a
much.
squat.
So they get lost.
They are thrilled to give you your email. So you just got their email list that you can copy and paste and start growing your email list.
Yeah. Awesome. And again, just a quick reminder, all of that's on a rent-free platform. So we've been
fee-free too.
Yeah, we've been really grateful.
It's a silver lining.
It is a silver lining. We've been so grateful to use this platform for years now.
Yeah.
And have this, what you're seeing in front here, we call it the friendly Facebook funnel. And it doesn't cost you any monthly fee. Month after month after month. You just bring people in. Now, for example, like Sandy was sharing something very beautiful about just being there for people. She talked about seeing herself as a spiritual guide for her family, friends, and strangers. But who knows what my role will become.
Yeah, Sandy.
We had another friend who's been part of what we do, Barb Gibson, just really dialed in, beautiful energy, just sharing love from her taxi. And we know that you could have something like this, just a place that people could come to seek guidance and solace, and you could journey them into this private group where they feel safe, and you could share love with them. So it's a really beautiful opportunity to serve.
So once they give you that email address, then you just send them an email. You send them an email and you go, I'm so glad to have you in my group. Here's the exact link to that workout. And because you're interested in being in my group, here's also the exact link to a meditation that I did and to this really funny video in the group. And then if you've been in the group, the Connection Tribe, like it's so fun. Like I shared a recipe and everyone's making these cookies and posting pictures of their cookies. And it's creating its own energy. And so when like this program that we just made, Go Live with Confidence, when that is ready, I'll be able to say to those people, hey guys, you're the first ones.
This is a lead magnet.
Would you like a copy of this? So you're building your audience, you're building your well. I have a story.
But first, we're going to cheers everybody.
Oh, we are.
Tristan made a quick trip. Cheers. Remember I said I wanted a little champagne? Happy date night to all of us. Cheers.
Also, cheers to people who are attending, Kobe and Bonnie and Beth and Claudine and Donna, for joining us for that. They have registered to join us for that virtual event, so we're going to be creating...
Did we even tell anyone about the virtual event?
No.
We didn't tell them about it yet. They don't even know what you're
But
talking
congratulations anyway. Well, let me tell you a story before you get into that.
I wasn't going to talk about that yet,
so
but I can.
The silver lining, my brother Larry, he shares the house with us. He told us a story earlier, and he said that everyone already knows this story, but we didn't. that it's like a Chinese proverb
Oh, okay.
that when a frog, is in a well,
Ribbit, ribbit.
he looks up, or she, I guess there's lady frogs, and she sees the sky. And the sky is so beautiful and so blue and sees the clouds, believes in the sky, knows the sky. And that is the hope.
It's just like a little.
But it's a
little,
circle.
it's a
I think the
little
sky is a little circle because that's what the frog sees looking up because he's in the well. And some of that is happening right now to people dealing with what's happening in society. And even as far as I think starting a business, I think some people are getting excited about going online because they are looking up and they're seeing blue sky and the circle is so beautiful. But what's going to happen is as they start doing it, that frog's going to come higher and higher out of the well and be like,
What?
like Tom Hanks. Do you remember Tom Hanks?
Oh,
I can hardly talk about it. In the movie
forgot how big
Volcano,
I forgot how big he was.
he's on the raft, Tom Hanks, in the middle of the ocean, and he looks at the moon, and he's so connected to God, and he says,
So incredible.
I forgot how big you are. And that's the way we have the same feeling about service through business. It's, to me, it's the vastness of God for us.
This is all God consciousness playing. That's all this is. This isn't about a funnel.
You should watch that movie if you haven't seen it.
We're building a funnel on Facebook. No, we're creating a path for love to share. So I like, there was a question here from Wendy. Well, wait, there's a couple here. I love email. I'm more focused and organized there. Yeah, email is super helpful. And Wendy also asked, is a business page limited as a free Facebook page, and how would someone find your business opt-in page? So let me tell you. First of all, it is free. Secondly, on the page, there are many places that people don't even think to put a link. We actually teach people how to make this link.
Yep, it's like a treasure map.
It's incredible. Yeah, it is a bit like we feel like we've unpacked a treasure map in the journey that you go on, because you can get really lost on Facebook, and a lot of people waste a lot of time doing things on Facebook that don't help them grow their business at all.
Oh my gosh.
They waste a lot of time. People are looking at them like, I thought you were like trying to grow a business. You
It's
just
like
seem to
sharing other people's links,
spinning
sharing
your
other
wheels.
people's memes.
Yeah, that's not going to do the trick at all. Now, granted, we have figured out how to use Facebook to do very, very well for our business. On the business page,
Without
there's
it
like
taking a lot of time.
there's actually 8 places that you put this special link that I don't know how I figured
But
it
we
out.
can only tell you 7. No.
But there's 8. There's something that you can unlock in the back of Facebook business page settings that's not automatically turned on. And I figured out how to turn it on, and I then figured out I can make a sales page on this thing. Okay, if you know what a sales page is, it's like a page that lets people know what you have to offer them.
Or an opt-in page.
Or it becomes
Either one.
If you know about
Multiple. Excuse me while I interrupt you.
No, I don't dislike it that much. I just want to get the words out.
Okay.
The words want to say that on the page that they go to, you can share your story and how you serve them, et cetera, and there's a button that they can click. Well, I figured out how to make one of those pages for free. A lot of people pay a lot of money to have those built. You don't have to pay a lot of money to have them built. And then you can, from there, click the button, and then it takes them to the special group. And then we figured out Facebook keeps giving you more and more and more stuff to play with, and you have to figure out how to use it. The poll is phenomenal. Can I finish one little story about why the poll is so incredible? Okay, guys, this changed my life. 2 things changed my life.
Me?
Well, that's
3 things.
You changed my universe. That's a whole different thing.
Oh, sorry, I spoke.
No, you can smile. Just sit there and smile. Drink your wine. Drink your juice.
Juice, please.
No, really, my life has been changed by connection. That's why we have the connection method, the connection tribe. Connection is everything. Connection to God, connection to love, connection with Sabrina, connection with you guys. It's all about that connection to love. When Facebook created Facebook Live, my life did change. Because for the first time, I had the platform to be able to connect with people, not just in Austin. And I mean really connect. Look at what we're doing here. We're talking to each other right now
Are
live.
the new ones at the bottom or
They're
the top?
At the bottom, yeah. Right? So that level of connection through the chat, I'm not even talking about Zoom where people's cameras are on because not everyone wants to do that. This chat right here, right? Kobe's here, Elizabeth's here, Eva Gregory's here, Michelle's here. Like, we are connected. You guys can feel that. And if you know how to share through a camera and you really know how to connect energetically, then that connection's very real. And transformation happens. Okay, next thing that blew my mind. The poll thing happened in the groups.
That's the 3 questions.
Which she said, and they asked for the email. This is how you grow your email list. But for me, it was the second and third question that really did the trick. So if you've been through our 5-day energy expansion, you know that I asked you, hey, are you interested in this for your health? Or are you interested in energy to grow this, or that? And then it's the last question I ask. What's the thing that you're challenged by the most right now? You're struggling with the most, right? And sometimes I'll flip that one into what would you love to learn the most? But usually people are more willing to tell you what's bugging you right now, right? Hold on. I didn't have to talk to the trees anymore. That's right. You guys, you settle down, Rita Barker. Don't try to distract me. She's on good behavior. You need to wait. Just hold up. Zip, 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 zip. I'm about to drop a...
Sit here, Rita. Close your mouth.
A gem bomb on you. No, for real. If you're a teacher and you want to really connect with people and you want to make more money, and don't be weird about the money word, because money is just energy, love, just in these little whatever. It's not even, it's like ones and zeros and numbers in an account, whatever. So the last poll, people start telling you, if you ask the question right, what's up with them? And you can read every single one of those. I have a little thing, I click a little button, a little tool that puts them all on a page for me. And here's what I do. I read them at night before I'm going to bed, and I feel into each person. Now, I do the same technique when I'm about to speak at an event. I try to get there the day before, and I go and I stand on the stage, and I look at every single chair in the room, every single chair. And I connect with each chair, and I see a human being there, and I feel my heart open, and I see a line of energy between their heart and my heart. Mm-hmm. The last time I did this, I've spoken a bunch, but I remember at John Asraf's event, there were like 300 people, and I connected with each chair. And they did a poll afterwards on like who was the speaker that they enjoyed the most. And there were some bigwig neuroscientists there. I got that award, if you will, because I think it was a connection. Well, I did it with the poll. It's just words on a piece of typed into a computer. And the level of connection that we experienced from that 5-day energy expansion was the phone calls that we got, the things that people told us.
Yeah. That's why collecting emails in this friendly Facebook funnel, the way that we showed you, it's intimate. Like if you have a list of 10,000 people, you couldn't handle it, right? It's really for that like 0, I think, to 500 that it works really superb. Because when you get that email, you can have even an intimate email conversation. You can respond authentically, and the bond is huge. The bond is huge, rather than the when like our list is very large. I run Abundant Entrepreneur. It's over 100,000 people. Everything has to be on autoresponder, so I have to try to be as intimate as I can through that to touch the people. But with this friendly Facebook funnel, it's 100%. You can tell. It's like, I'm here with you.
So that friendly Facebook funnel is birthed from all the things that we've been doing online over the last X amount of years. But if I can just land this thought for you, if you use a Facebook group and you ask that question, and you honestly, with integrity...
Which question? Repeat it.
What's the biggest challenge, struggle, or concern you have around whatever the topic is or the area of life that you support or business? Ask that single most important question.
Your joint pain, your relationship, overcoming your divorce, staying in shape, losing 5 pounds.
And then listen to what people say and get to know the people that you're serving. And then connect with them through live video in the groups and on your business page. You will change lives. You will certainly change your life, and you can align it to purpose. I have aligned it to purpose. I've never felt so lit up and like I know why I'm here. But I'm telling you guys, this platform has helped me to do that.
Yep.
Having a physical dojo helped me a lot. I love the physical in person, but something about the online world, people are willing to share more and open their hearts with you.
It's
It's
so true.
incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's incredible.
Thank you for sharing that without me interrupting you. Um,
I'll drink to that. Come on, guys, cheers with me. That was the longest I think I've gotten to talk all year.
We actually have, this sounds so crazy, but we have deeper bonds and closer friendships, I would say, with our virtual friends for the most part than face-to-face friends.
Except for
And-
a couple, and you know who you are.
Yeah, and that, I think it's because, you know, when you're connecting with people virtually, you know, we're in our house, we're in what used to be our dining room, that's our front door. There's our dog, there's our dog. I don't have any shoes on. Like, we're just like us. Yeah, see?
Wow. Look at that. Soul. She just bared her soul to you.
Soul sister. And you're in your home. And so many things that would create that awkwardness socially are not there because we're all in our safe places. And I think through writing and communicating, we communicate, we get to the point because in conversations, sometimes face to face, there's fluff. And it's hard to fluff in a comment. And I was on a continuation of my training this morning at 5:45 a.m., 5:45 to 6:45, and I chose the words that I communicated with to be of value and to share my depth, and that's what I feel like when we have our conversations in our groups, and even with you guys and what you're writing back to us. Like, you have no idea, or maybe you do, how much we value each and everything that you write, a heart, a laughter, because we're participating in that energy together. So I think with what's happening in the world right now, where everyone is so ripe, they're so online, they're so seeking connection, and it's such the perfect time. If you were ever going to launch something or add something or grow something, there is a way to do it. And if your financial situation is, right, this isn't a time that I really want to invest in a lot of tech and a lot of software and learning a lot of those things, I just want to do it really simple, then you should do what we just showed you.
Yeah, and we're going to do a training kind of like what we just went through because we know how effective that was for us. So we're putting one together that may be absolutely perfect for you. And we're going to give you a link for that in a moment. I want to answer Wendy's question, though, because it's a really good question. She's asking, so when you have free analytics broadcast from your business page and or the opt-in page without paying for advertising to people who may be interested in your business, yes and no, okay?
Melissa wants to know what a link is where she can hear about it.
I'll put the link up on the page. This is where you can go to learn more.
We're just going to work like kind of intimately for 2 days with a small handful of people.
It's really small.
Because, not to interrupt you, but it's very important that you choose the right name, the right type of your free giveaway, and what you name your group and how you respond, and use our scripts for your welcome video, for your intro video, and kind of like do it exactly the way we tell you to.
Yeah, follow our model.
And so we're just going to have like 10 people that we do that with.
Right.
So
Well, that's where you
it's a
can
very
go.
small group.
Right now, there's no video or anything on there. There's just an opportunity to say yes. I think we've explained kind of clearly enough what it is. We showed you the 3 steps. All of that's going to get built out with us on Zoom live. They're full days with us, okay? We start in the morning. We go until the end of the day. I don't mean like 9 p.m. or anything like that. Probably more like 5. But we're going to be working with this small group. We're going to be doing it together. So by the time the 2 days is over, actually, it's going to be during a 7-day frame, right? It's going to be on a weekend and then the following weekend.
We'll see.
We'll see. It might be 2 days back to back.
No,
Whatever
it won't be
is.
2 days back to back. There will be the 2 days will have some separation because of the way we've structured it, which is so exciting.
It's
I'm
really
going to
good.
say like
It's good.
the genius download. Something happened where we yesterday I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the 10 people because I know that after that second day, they will have their business page banner, they will have their lead magnet, they will have that opt in page, they'll have that video, they'll have their group, they'll have their welcome video, they'll have their email templates. It'll all be done because we have all the goodies to sort of hand off. And I want that so that I can say, look at these people, and that makes us feel good and gives us credibility, but also it moves the needle forward so fast for those people and allows you to start growing your email list and having those intimate connections so that
It's so
as the
fun.
time changes and
I love
unfolds,
it.
you've started nurturing people either for your face-to-face classes or your online classes.
We just have a blast.
Yeah, Kobe's coming.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. With the business page, what we do is we'll do what we're doing right now. Not always a whole hour, but we'll go live. I take the little Mini Cooper lately and I drive out to the rooftop and I do a workout. Sabrina has a group where she shares cookie recipes and she shares little bicep routines and just little things that are for free. So people get to meet you and see you and connect with you. And while you're doing that for free, you're letting them know that there's more if they want to go further with you. Kind of like what's happening right now. We're here to connect with you, whether you do this thing with it. This isn't for everyone. We're not trying to do this big thing on anyone. We're here just to share love. And then we know some people need help. And we love being in the business of helping.
And
It's amazing.
looking to help people who are seeking the silver lining in this interesting
Don't want
situation.
that.
Right? Because we were talking today. It's a very interesting time as far as hearing data, hearing facts, hearing evidence, such as this virus is going to come back in the fall at the same time that the flu is going to come back and the shutdown's going to be even worse. And you hear that information and you're like, I don't really
Can you
want to go
process
there,
that right
but
now?
can I take that information and then take steps right now to, if I am at home again in the fall, what else would I want to do that would make the silver
know.
lining even more shiny?
Learn how to go live. This is coming soon. It's not ready yet, but the thing we're
So
telling you
good.
guys about right now is like a deep dive. Now, we invested a lot, but you're not going to pay anything like what we paid. We're going
No.
to bring you.
This is
a really
this
good
is our
deal.
COVID price.
Seriously, we try to always hook you guys up and make it so affordable. We've had people help us, okay, over the years. I call it law of attraction, whatever it is. I think the universe says there's love there. Oh, I'm going to get choked up. There's a portal that love's pouring through, and we, Source, is going to create the environment for that love to get out. Whether this person has the money thing it's just an interesting thing. It's just energy, and we are learning to play with that energy in a way that can do more service. That's all we're doing. But the universe finds ways, and it found ways for us. It brought us people who gave us opportunities. They made it so that we could do it. And we didn't have a lot of money. We actually were really, really in debt. And like a lot. Okay? Like over $200,000 in debt. And we didn't go bankrupt. We figured out how to do these things so that we actually paid every dime of that off. Okay? So we want to offer trainings like this, and you guys see what we do. You see the free, and then you see the discounts and all that. That's just us doing our part, trying. We need to generate some income to run a healthy, happy business, right? And pay for our contractors, etc. But we want to hook you guys up. So yeah, it's more of a package because it's 2 days. It's 2 full days. But it's a fifth of what we paid.
Yeah.
So
And we've already been working for days. No, these are 10 very lucky people. I'm so
it's gonna be
excited
pretty cool.
for you.
It's going to be pretty
I
cool.
am getting more and more excited because what happens, and you will experience this as you create your own programs and services and ideas, is that once you open the invitation, like once we had the idea to do this and actually mentioned it to a few people, it's really hard to explain. It's as if love came in and said, no, do it like this. Because I had an idea of how the structure would go, and it totally blew it wide open. And instead of just having concepts of how things would be, I saw that people could actually walk away with everything done.
Michelle, try to do it with the link I just put in without the capital C or the M or the B. it should work with the capitals, but it may not be. So I just put it there for you, right above where you just wrote. Just do it without the capitals, and let me know if that works. Would you guys check that link for us, please, and just see if it works? You have to
Want me
type it in
try on the phone?
connectionmethod.com, and then you have to put the slash in the word boot camp. See if that works, guys.
As far as
she
the
found
date,
it. She's good. She got it.
As far as the date goes,
Thank
since
you.
it's such a small group of people, we decided that we would take those small group of people, and I'll do a poll so that the dates work for everyone. The times, because it's a big chunk of the day. You know, some people it might be like me this morning. Wow, I got to get up early. So what? Right? Get up early. Oh, I have to stay up late. Well, stay up late. Sometimes you got to do that, but we will do the poll so that it works for everyone.
Thanks, Melissa. So, Wendy, I didn't forget your question. We just got a little bit derailed there for
That's
a moment.
Probably my fault. I'm the derailer.
She gets the squirrel award. No, it's all good. I don't want to interfere with her flow too. So the business page that you have in Facebook and then the groups, when you do what we're saying, when you share regularly, especially this is the best way to share, going live, because Facebook rewards you for that.
And pre-recorded is also excellent.
It works, but live is better. But both are fine. Live is better. Live is better for you, for your level of connection and overcoming. Live is like the ultimate personal growth training. I don't want to go, all that stuff. I promise. You can do it in your own private group and just get comfortable with it. But you'll realize people are so much nicer than you think. They are so kind. They're so like championing. They're celebrating your growth. And it's a beautiful thing. We've been scared, and we still get scared, but not so much anymore with this stuff because there's such beautiful people. Anyway, on the business page, if we put a post, like let's say this Trisbrina show, it has to do with advertising. So she's saying, you get to do all that for free? And I said yes and no. So it depends how fast.
Well, you do get to do it all for free.
Let me talk.
Okay.
I'm going to share. It depends on how fast and how far you want to grow, okay? So if you want to do it what's called organic, I know she's holding it in. You have to work a little bit longer.
Can't keep it in.
Can't keep it in.
I
gotta let it out.
No, I know.
You gotta be consistent with your content, and that takes some time, and you're building what's called an audience, and you have to tell your friends, and then you have to, go and find people and meet them in different groups and try to build your tribe. So that's one way, unless you already have some people who you can email and say, hey, come over here and connect with me. The next way is you can boost your posts, which is what we'll do a little bit, and I'll spend like $4, $5. I've been known to spend 10.
Yeah.
And look, anyone who's a Facebook ninja who knows how to make a lot of money with Facebook advertising would tell me to spend a minimum of $50 a day. And we probably will when we're ready for that. But we haven't needed to because our tribe is really connected with us. And so you don't need a lot of followers to create an income.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. So. I was talking to somebody the other day, like, let's say you have something like a Qigong class and or a movement class, and it's just an example, may not be your example, but it's mine. And you're like, I want to do that twice a week for people. One day a week in the morning and one day of the week at night, and I want to give them unlimited access, and I want to do it all just through Facebook Live, and I want to charge $97 a month. That's pretty much standard. So what if you only had 12 people? Well, that's about $1,200 a month. Do you have to pay rent? What do you have to pay? Maybe they pay you through PayPal, however you want to collect their monies. And so how much does that change at the end of the year, just teaching for 2 hours a week? What does that change your bottom line? Well, I can't do math live, but do you know?
No. Was it 20? Is that what you said?
1,200.
Okay.
So 12, like let's say about $15,000 a year. That's to us, that's not chump change. Knowing like that's all profit. That's all profit. You use it
Is
really
it all
it
profit? There's no
doesn't.
overhead at all except for taxes.
Well, that's not considered overhead.
No, but it's not totally. I guess okay. All right. All right. Before taxes.
Now, whose
Profit.
time is it to be quiet?
Is it-
No.
Hey, look! It's the top. It's 7:10. We got to think about it. Think about it to the people.
So that is a huge thing to really understand. I think we see so many people that think I'm going to go live and a billion people are going to see it. No, you wish a billion people would see it, right?
That'd be
But
cool.
wouldn't it be awesome if 100 people saw it or 1,000 people in your group? Wouldn't it be great if you had 100 people? And then if you made an offer to teach something twice a week, wouldn't it be great if 10 people for $100 said yes and then make another offer? Because if you just have a few of those things going, it's very, very quickly 50,000, 100,000 a year. That's what happened to us. It's cumulative, rent free and fee free. So that's why we're really excited to help people who want to do that right now while everybody is online and everybody is looking to bond and grow.
Yeah, it's great if you want to start teaching qigong from home, like I do. I teach from in this room, and there's
And outside
a
in
couple
the
hundred
front yard.
folks that like sign up for that, and yeah, outside on the lawn, down the way, by the little water flow in here. You can teach coaching, you can do yoga classes, you can do whatever you want. Just got to connect with people.
I only have about 25 people that have signed up for my dance fitness class, but now that I'm virtual, I'm like,
Let me see if this works. That's what we're building, that whole thing, each step, and that's where you go to register if you would like to join us. Totally optional.
wow, that's a really cool
Thing that
question,
we're
Beth.
doing.
Could a violin studio work with this?
Yeah.
We know a lot of people. It's really like a very successful thing that people are teaching guitar lessons online, um, offering free, and then your shout out is to work one on one, or also offer a group component. Um, Guitar training, dog training, things that you wouldn't think could be done virtually are extremely popular right now. The private dance classes are very popular right now where the teacher is getting to actually see the student.
You are welcome, Debbie and everybody. We just love hanging out. So that's something that just birthed itself as we were going through these trainings for ourselves. It's that Kaizen effect, that continual, constant improvement. And we'll just continue to create opportunities and ways for us to play together like this, in our live expansion events, in these types of boot camps. Like, we'll just keep sharing the love.
Yeah, and seeking the silver lining. At first we might feel like the frog that's looking up for the silver lining, and just know that what we see right now is the silver lining. When all of this is over and maybe we're out of the well, we're going to see it so much more vast than we can see right now. But at least let's yearn for and move towards the silver lining, and know that every situation, if the situation is in front of us, it's an opportunity for growth. If the situation is in front of us, is in front of me, it's a gift from God. If a situation is in front of me, it's Source saying, "How about this? Would you like a bite?" And my answer has to always be yes, and that I get to control how I define it and how I interpret it as a punishment or a silver lining.
And here we go. And yes, we're planning on that November live event here in Austin. Big life breakthrough. It'll probably be big life and business breakthrough. We want to see your friendly Facebook funnels.
This was a really fun show. If you have any questions, shoot us an email, Satori at satorimethod.com, and I'll shoot you back. And really, really excited for everyone and how you're using this situation, the silver lining that you're finding, whether it has anything to do with business or not, how you're using it to grow the relationships with your family, with your body, your business, and your being.
Love, love, love. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's date night. You want to go out? I mean, you want to stay home?
Want to walk to the end of the driveway and back?
Okay. Bye, guys.